Sports can be a thrill to play, from winning full sprint down the field to outsmarting your opponents. You can feel unstoppable. Until this happens.
Hayward broke his leg. Hayward has broken his...
Injuries is what makes being an athlete so difficult. You can go from an unending streak to full stop within the course of a game.
So I recently got injured back in May of last year, and I got it from playing basketball with my old teammates. I ended up cracking my articular cartilage in my knee. Yeah, so during games, I was like supporting them. I was cheering them on. I was getting up, talking to everybody, trying to help them mentally and physically where I could, and then I would get them water if they needed it, and then off the court, when we had study hall, I was trying to get people to do their work so everybody could come back next year. But yeah, COVID kind of made our season more difficult than it should have been, and I wasn't there for my team when they needed me. But I'm getting back right, so I'll be there for my team next year.
When we get hurt, it can hinder our motivation and keep our thoughts away from success. But athletes have this drive to keep moving forward and to help the team from the sidelines.
I was playing second base and I was fielding a ground ball, and the runner on the other team was running to second base from first base, and while I was fielding the ball, she kind of came in and lowered her shoulder into me and kind of spun me around, and I ended up on the ground. And I ended up getting a grade 2 SC joint sprain, which is the joint that connects your clavicle to your breastplate. And I was out for 2 weeks. So I was still at practices, and I was still helping in any way that I can, like feeding the machine whenever the girls were hitting, or during games I was in the dugout and I was still cheering. I was still trying to help out in any way that I can. So I would prefer to still give it my all, because that's what I was doing at the time. And, I didn't have any idea that she was going to run into me. And usually in softball, when somebody runs into you, then while you're fielding a ball, they're called out. So you usually are given the advantage at that point. But, it was just a call by the umpire that I wasn't expecting. She was called safe, and I ended up on the bad end of that play. But I would rather just still give everything my all. That way I have no regrets in the end, because if I don't give it my all and I don't get injured and we don't succeed, then I'll regret that more than giving it in my all and being injured.
Despite being injured, players are to help from the sidelines until they are fully recovered to get back on that field. This is John Hofstetter for Press Box Talk.